is, wherever you are watching this. I just dropped my daughter off at school and I'm trying to get myself out of laying position. So I thought I would make this video to test how well I could sit. I wanted to make an update to my last neck brace video. Even though I just posted that a couple days ago, I filmed it a couple weeks ago. And so now I've been wearing the neck brace much longer, so I wanted to kind of give an update on a little bit longer term how that is helping. I love it still. It makes my head feel much lighter and much more stable. I am not noticing a huge change. Like, you know, when I wear my neck brace, it's not like I feel 100% great. So I'm not noticing that. But I am noticing now that it is extremely hard to not be in my neck brace. I really can't tolerate it at all. Like on my last video, when I'd just been wearing it for a couple weeks, like you saw, I just took it off and while I was like sitting there, and I just can't do that anymore. Like if I take my neck brace off, I get instantly like so nauseous and I feel terrible. So yeah, I don't know if I'm getting hooked on the neck brace. You know, they always say like you're not supposed to rely on braces because it makes your muscles and everything kind of weak and you get too attached to it, which I have talked to my physical therapist about, who I've been seeing for most of the year. She is recommended by the Ehlers-Danlos Society and is completely fluent on EDS. She's actually who introduced me to my now surgeon, so she is the best and a lifesaver, and I love her. I would literally give her a kidney if she needed it, although you probably wouldn't want any of my organs, but that's another story. But anyway, so I was talking to her about, you know, like with the neck brace, is it fine? Like, is it okay? Like, I know you don't want to get your muscles weak and get them used to relying on something like this. And she was like, yeah, honey, for you, that ship has sailed. So there really isn't. It's just what it is with me with the neck brace for now. Hoping that the Fusion is kind of like an internal neck brace. So, you know, I could be at my daughter's wedding one day without this monstrosity on. But yeah, that is kind of, I don't know how it feels, if it's like good or bad, but it's very hard to not have my neck brace on. My physical therapist told me if I need to take it off, I should lay down and take it off, because if I were just to like rip it off like this, it's my neck going from like stable, all of a sudden like all the pressure of my head on it at once. So to kind of give my body some time to adjust. At the beginning, I was also taking it off a lot. Like I would, you know, drive my daughter to school without it on, and then, you know, to walk her into school, I'm not gonna put the neck brace on to walk like 2 minutes, so I would just not have it on for like long chunks of time. Some nights I wouldn't sleep in it if I was having trouble getting like comfortable, or like after, you know, I took a shower, I'd just like be walking around without it on for a while. But the past week or so, few weeks, I literally don't take it off at all. I actually was doing some research and it looked like you can shower in them. I wasn't given a clear picture on that. Someone was saying you can shower in it and then lay down, change the pads to the dry pads, and then, you know, put it back on while you're laying down. So there's, you know, when you're laying down, your head is already supported. So it looks like I could even shower in it, which I'm debating doing. Showering is so hard as it is, which is a topic for another video. But yeah, so those are the main things that I've seen change, as I've really come to rely on it, and I feel very bad if I don't have it on. It also is causing me a lot of pain in my jaw. My jaw on this side is deformed. Like your jaw is supposed to be a ball and socket joint like this, but mine is not. It's just kind of like that. So my jaw has always given me a lot of trouble. I've been told by an oral surgeon that, you know, at some point it's going to be so out of line that it will be hard for me to chew, and at that time I'll probably need a jaw replacement. but that is not an easy or fun or very rewarding surgery. You still are in tons of pain after. So that's not something I should do until I like literally can't chew. And I do know that there is a dentist or oral surgeon in Richmond, Virginia that's very competent in EDS, so I'm hoping to add that to my list of future things to solve down the line. But anyway, my jaw gives me a lot of trouble as it is, and I wear like a mouthpiece at night to prevent like grinding as much as possible. But since this is giving so much upward pressure all the time, it's putting a lot of stress on my jaw and it's very painful. Sleeping is horrendously painful. Like my jaw is clenched so tightly that my teeth just like ache for hours and hours after I get up, even with the mouth guard on. So I know that there's another neck brace called the Miami J. So I've been doing some comparison research on the two. It looks like a lot of they're probably the two most commonly recommended neck braces for situations like mine or like car accidents. There's been some comparison tests done on how much movement you can get in both braces. Like, you know, my neck is pretty stable, but I can move a little bit in it. And I think that from what I read, the Miami J looks like it had just like a smidge less motion, but it is not, from what I can tell, adjustable like this. So mine, this is one size fits all. I mean, you could have it no matter how like short or tall or wide your neck was. This one can work for you. I do think it's still a little bit short for my neck. It would be more comfortable to me if it was like half an inch higher, because my neck is just extremely long. But from what I can see on the Miami J, it has several different versions. So there's like a tall, a short, a bunch of different ones. And so I saw that there's actually one of the tall ones, which I presume I would need on Amazon for like $50. So I'm very tempted to get that because I've heard that it's a little bit better for your jaw. Like this one, you can see it's up very high here. From what I can see on the Miami J, it looks like it might be a little bit lower, like high here, but a little bit lower back there. So I'm thinking about calling my surgeon and seeing if there is a reason I couldn't use that one, and maybe trying to get that one to see if it's a little bit less painful for my jaw. You know, if I was only going to be wearing the neck brace for a couple weeks, I would deal with it, but the neck brace and I are a duo for a very long time into the future, so I'm just worried about, you know, the integrity of my jaw and the pain of my teeth. Yeah, so that's just like a little update on where I'm at with the neck brace. I also had a fun update that I just bought my first rollator. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a walker, but it has wheels, so you can use it to walk and support you, but then it also has a seat, which is something that is crucial for me. I've been thinking about getting one for a long time, but just feels like an extreme, it's an extreme step. It's not an extreme step, but it feels like a lot to go from not dependent on any mobility aids to using something like that. I do have a cane that I've been using a little bit, but all it does is kind of give me a little bit of balance, and the thing I really need is access to a seat everywhere. I actually timed myself yesterday to see how long I could stand up without needing to, you know, walk around or do squats or sway or something like that, and it was a whopping 13 seconds before I was about to faint. So I think it's a needed step, and I think it would give me a lot more freedom and comfort. I get very anxious if we're like going somewhere and I can't envision where a seat would be at all points in times. But anyway, I'm excited, and it's very cute. It's like pink and it has like zebra stuff on it, so it's not your grandmother's walker, I hope. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and I think post-surgery, you know, they'll have me up and walking before I leave the hospital, but to get to long distances, I know somebody else whose videos I watch and have been immensely helpful on her craniospinal fusion, even like months after, she said it would be a challenge for her to like walk a whole block. So I'm thinking post-surgery it'll be pretty helpful to have that. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. But I'm working on a video about dysautonomia since October is its awareness month. So I'm planning to post that and kind of my journey with POTS. But if there's anything else you guys would like to know about the neck brace or any of my alphabet soup of illnesses or the process with the craniocervical instability and the craniospinal fusion, I'm happy to do those. So thanks so much for watching. And yeah, if you guys have any neck brace tips and tricks, especially around like showering and driving where I'm still a little bit iffy, I would love to hear those down in the comments.